to come up with something that fast is that you're basically doing this. And you're doing all these things, and you're not doing any of that. Well, it's kind of nice to be able to do something like this and impress somebody. Okay? Now, if they ask you a day or two or three later, if you see them again and they say, "Can't you tell me how you do those problems so fast? I'm still thinking about that." Go ahead and say, "All right, I'll tell you." And then show them this and watch their great admiration of you just drop. And they'll just look at you like, "I thought you were special." Because it's not special, but if you don't know how to do it, it looks fantastic. Okay, so that's the idea with tricks. And then I'm going to show you one other really fast one. And then I want you to kind of get ready for the main teaching today. I don't know how many of you have ever seen this, but it's even more fun for me than the other one. If you're given this problem, which is not hard to do at all, but it just takes a little while to get it done, if you know the trick, you can do it in 1 second. Okay, what's 6 plus 2? 8. Done. You didn't even multiply anything. And it's a multiplication problem. That's pretty odd, okay? 54 times 11, 5 plus 4, and so it's 594. So you can do that in 1 second, and the other person is still 1 times 3, 1 times this, and you look so brilliant, okay? And it's because you know the shortcut, you know the trick, okay? So that's the idea, and again, I'm going to give you a few more of those next week. Some people have said, "Can you do a whole workshop on math tricks?" I should probably do that sometime because I know a lot of them. One of the things that I love about these math tricks, is sometimes when people learn how to do them, and they show them to somebody, and the other person's impressed, it's the first time in their life that they've ever felt power over numbers because they hate math, and they start to kind of get into it a little more. Well, one of these days, maybe I'll do that. But for today, the main thing that I want to do is I want to show you 3 specific things that have helped students to score higher on tests. Okay? The first one, and this is kind of the first of 2 similar ones, is I'm going to explain a little bit about how acronyms can be used to help you get better grades on tests. And the big key, and I'll explain this more in a couple of minutes, is that acronyms normally are words, and they're made up of first letters of other words. And all of you have used these before in your life, but most people didn't even know what they were called. And so I want to give you 3 practical examples of how these can help you under the pressure of a test to remember everything that you're supposed to. Okay, the first one is sort of a common idea for an acronym, and that's the word HOMES. And this word is a very common word that everybody here knows, but actually this is this great powerful memory trick. And it doesn't so much look like it when you see it, but it is. This is a help in a geography class, more than likely, and it's to help a person to memorize the 5 Great Lakes that are in and around the state of Michigan. And memorizing 5 things for a test, no big deal. But if you had 100 other things that you had to learn, the trick is, how can you stare at all of those when you're studying, and then when you get to the test, remember them all? Wouldn't you maybe forget 1 or forget 2 or forget 3? So the way that acronyms are almost always written is vertically. It works better that way. And then I'll just go ahead for this one so you can kind of get an idea. These are the names of the 5 Great Lakes: Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and Superior. Okay, and again, those 5 things by themselves are not that tough to learn or to remember.